idea is harvesting indigenous and cultural knowledge and converting that into food, into clothes, into technology, into science. Even if the other day I put up a notice when I said I want to call all the witches and all the traditional healers together so that we can harvest the electricity and stuff like security and electricity back to back. That's what I'm talking about. So the technology is there. It's organic. It's user friendly. Remove the bark. Then they, stomp on it. And after stomping on it, then they lay it out and thin it up, and then they paint it and dye it, and then they make. That's not the problem. The technology is there. Then what you do, yes, what I was putting on, it's a carpet. It's a carpet of, they've made it into a carpet. But what excited me was the idea that actually there is an organic material which they've been able so far to manipulate and make hats out of the same bark of a tree. They've been able to make those carpets and make those mats. So if someone could get closer and then they can make them thinner, needs to say make them thinner, and then the material will be a bit lighter for other uses, for garments and etc. But the best would be to take those barks of trees and then stomp them up and make big rolls of materials. Then with these rolls of materials, we can now manipulate them and make them clothes and etc. I mean, you will be foolish to think that you are putting on a silk garment or silk clothes and you don't know that silk clothes is actually the poop of worms. The Chinese, because they have lots of those worms, have been able to tap into that knowledge of those worms and then take the poop and then roll them up and make up what you call silk clothes. Yeah, I'm putting on silk. No, it takes a culture to work with their materials and constantly improve their materials until they're able to come up with better clothing. I mean, you get to Mali, some of those big garments, you see me putting on those thick mud cloths from Mali and Gambia and etc. It's traditional people who have been able to harvest the cotton, work with the cotton, and then spin it up. After spinning it up, make it into those pieces of cloth and then patch them up together to make those beautiful, beautiful garments that you sometimes see me on. And this other guy in Jamaica then reached out to me. He has been able to come up with the technology of converting banana leaves into clothes. You check the banana is still standing there, tree is still standing, we'll eat the fruits. You take the banana tree and then I don't know what he does on it, and boom, 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 he works on it and makes up clothes and he puts them on. Guys, this is technology from the past. Our forefathers were able to write because they discovered that you can write on clay. That's how you come with the clay tablets. They discovered you can write on stones. That's why we have the cuneiforms on stones. That's why they wrote on papyrus. They went to the river and collected the reeds. With the reeds and the stone, crushed them together and flattened them, and they came up with papyrus paper, which becomes the root of all writing on papyrus. That's how you develop technology. Harvest indigenous knowledge, convert it, improve on it, develop it. Every generation must add value to their culture. That's what I mean, young people, when I say let us make our culture our currency. Be it in pharmaceuticals, we can make our pharmaceuticals marketable. Be it in our clothing, in our skins, and in our back clothes, and in our carpets. We can make bedding out of those things. We can make sofa materials out of those things. We can make bed sheets. We can make beautiful baobab. I mean, look around here. I know some stuff, man. I mean, I have some Egyptian cotton sheets in my house. What's so funny? It's just cotton. But this cotton has been improved to such an extent that now it is being called Egyptian cotton. 100% cotton. So what's wrong with us having 100%, 100% tree bark clothing? You put it on as a garment. When you are tired of the garment, you put it on the floor. It becomes a mat. When you are tired of the mat, throw it in the garden and it becomes manure. 100% biodegradable, environmentally friendly, sustainable clothing. And maybe it's not only the baobab tree. It could also be the mtondo tree. It could also be the msasa tree. It could be the mvamaropa trees. It could also be the reeds. All these reeds that we find in the rivers. We are just lazy to go back and develop some of these technologies to make sure that they are functional for us. Young people who say that they have no employment, I want to challenge you. Start creating employment. If there's no employment in town, go back to the rural areas. Take these ideas of mine. Go and study and master these art forms, these technologies of how to treat leather, how to harvest fruits in the bush, how to harvest tree barks, how to process them, how to package them, and possibly how to make new products, out of these materials. That's all I'm saying. Car seats, high-end quality products that are environmentally friendly. That's what I am trying to do. I don't have to compare myself to Kanye West, and putting on balloons and putting on cardboard boxes it's fine. I don't have to imitate those in Paris who would walk on the stage half naked with the parading women's bums and boobs in the name of fashion and etc. I don't have to imitate London and putting on newspapers and putting on shrubs and stuff like that. Here is the idea. Have a look at your own cultural heritage and see how you can convert these sciences, traditional sciences, ATR, these organic sciences, and how can we convert these sciences into medicine, into fashion, into technology, and then we can begin to say we as Africans are also contributing in the agricultural space. We are contributing in the health space. We are contributing in the food industry. We are contributing in the and every nation that is progressive, every nation that is progressive and successful, they have an organic indigenous national pride. Their culture remains at the center. They eat their own culture. They dress their own culture. They bank and they work in their own cultural ethics. And they marry in their own culture. They govern themselves in their own culture. And they heal themselves in their own culture. China is already doing it. India is already doing it. Some parts in Vietnam, I was reading, people are doing things out there in Thailand, in Mongolia, yoga, and all these psychic sorts of healing processes that they do, which is organic and indigenous to them. But slowly these things are coming into the market. But because it's a white skin that is bringing them, then the African goes, yeah, it's fine. These ones are too primitive. Yes, it's primitive. Make it modern. That's where you come in as an educated person. Don't be a weakest link, always criticizing African things. Hey, it's too dirty, it's not processed, it's not purified, it's not what. Who is coming to purify it for you, for crying out loud? That's where you come in. If you're an engineer, if you're a textile engineer, if you're a paint engineer, if you're a seamstress, if you're an agriculturalist, if anything, go back to these technologies. Harvest them, process them, modernize them, package them, market them. The world is waiting for you as young people, not to laugh at us as old people, but when we show you possibilities of unending multi-billion-dollar opportunities in the textile industry. When the world is going green, people are going to stop putting on plastic clothes. Polythene will fall off the shelves. And all these Western fashions, as people are becoming more educated, they will want to become more organic. You will do well to champion the path of organic clothing. And here is one of the first solutions that you have for the future. So the solutions of the future are found in the past. I am the watcher from the future, living with you in the present with solutions from the past. I have seen where the world is going. I know where the world is coming from, and I know where I am. When you can combine these 3 times to make one time that is vertical, not cyclical or linear, you may begin to understand. There is no madness in my life. I'm only saying the solutions of the future are found in the past, which we are running away from. The past of our food, the past of our clothing, the past of our medicine, the past of our calendars, the past of our governance, the past of our entertainment, the past of our agriculture, the past of our medicine, and the past of our technology. If you cannot see the past, you most likely cannot see the future, where you're going. Look back. Look backwards, and you will see the future. Looking backwards at the future, a clear view of the past will give you an idea of where the future is. The future is going to the past. Process that. The future is going to the past. Nothing is left. Nothing is here. Nothing is coming. The clothes of the 1960s and the 1950s is back. The hairstyles of the 1930s, they are back. The cars of the 1920s, they are back. So what is left? It's an illusion to think that time is linear. We are going forward. It's an illusion to think that time is cyclical. We're running in circles, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Time is not linear. Time is not cyclical. Time is vertical. We are living in the abundance of the present tense. No one has ever seen tomorrow. Yesterday has never left. Today is constant. Constant. We're living in the permanence of the present tense. Present continuous tense. Embrace your culture. Embrace its technology. Embrace its sciences. Improve on those sciences, and you'll be at the cutting edge of technology. Birth methods, technologies of the past, organic, water births, stool births, and what? Our forefathers did it. Go back there, learn something. Learn something. Treatment of diseases, all these trees are herbs, but because it has been put in a capsule, you think that it is better. All the clothes you are putting on are sciences of harvesting plastic, making them into clothes. But because the white man puts the tie on and the shirt